Inspired Tribe, how's it going? Welcome to the Inspired Livestream here on the Inspired channel. It is so wonderful to see you guys. I'm Jean Nolan. My wonderful wife, Kristin Nolan, is just around the corner about to join us, but I think she's almost here. So we, Inspired Tribe, we're healthy, we're wealthy, we're whole, we're free. We're unapologetically free, and we're also unapologetically authentic. Actually, this just came in the mail today. Really excited to see it. Feels really good. Absolutely my nature, unapologetically authentic. Inspired Tribe, it is Tuesday, November 30th, 2021. We are absolutely approaching the final stretch of this worldly year. And it's beautiful that you're all here. This is live stream number 224. And so many that are joining us for this transformational week. People that have been writing for the past weeks and months, asking questions. So many times we get the how do I do it? Where do I get started? What do I need to do? How do I go about this? But before we dive into it, I want to welcome you all first. And I will dive a little bit into my personal transformation journey and some of the key moments, because I think we share these things. And I'll show you an observation a little later. Son of Tor is here. Welcome. Kaz is here. Alan, Kat, Michael, so good to see you. Is it Linda or Tinda? Debbie, Mark, welcome. So good to see you guys. Angel is here. Who else? Steve is here from Pennsylvania. Good to see you. Stephen MacArthur is here. The Smoking Man is here. Jackie Sue. Oh, so many names we love and know. Saskia is here. Ingrid is here from Belgium. Welcome. Then from Austria. See, that's really not an Austrian name. So maybe, vielleicht kannst du uns sagen, Nick is his name. His name's Nick. Good to see you, Nick. Wie geht's dir? Wo aus Österreich bist du, Nick? Then we have Soul here, Jensing here, Pure Water, Janice, Val, Janet, Stuart, Kay Williams. So good to see you. Froze Moments, Michelle, Gary. So good to see you guys. Now, one thing that you are going to notice, and this is always the key, as we call this the Transformational Week, we are starting a challenge today. And when things like that happen, usually quite a few people stay away from the live streams, which is not a judgment call, just an observation. And that's totally natural. And there's a reason for that. And we're going to dive into the reason in a moment here. But yeah, today we're going to start a challenge, and I invite you all. It's not going to be hard to do. It's not something that is, somehow technically really advanced or something. But it is something that might or will and has the potential to truly begin a transformational journey, the likes of which you've never experienced. But I thought about this morning, I thought about the key moments, and there's always key moments in my own journey and things that happen. And I'll tell you this, complete honesty. Most of the key moments happened out of necessity. I'm no exception to the rule that we discussed yesterday. So much of our change as individuals and collectively only happens out of necessity. It happens when we really have to change, because either the pain is so big that we can't tolerate it anymore. The circumstances show us that we can't keep going like this anymore. So these are kind of the catalysts for change. Now, the longer I have been on this journey, the more I created change simply because I felt it's the right time, not necessarily because there was a necessity. And this is the better it gets, the better it gets. That's really how this is. But I remember a time where nothing that I was physically doing in terms of action, I was putting out so much. I was putting in the hours, 16, 17 hours a day. I was creating, putting it out. I was really, really working hard, if you will, and nothing seemed to work. It just, the harder I worked, the fewer the results kind of were. And it came to a frustrating point, because my surroundings, my life, everything showed me the necessity for that change. Things needed to work out for me. See, I really needed them to work out because there were necessities all around me. And I realized that there was one piece missing in this equation, that I was really constantly only creating and working from my mind, from my own ideas, kind of the things that I would read up on something, or I would learn something from someone and then try to kind of copy it almost, or do it just like them or very similar because this is a proven concept, all of those things. And then I realized that there was something really missing. And at that time, I had been meditating, but not really regularly every day, and not really decided. I hadn't decided yet to make it an integral part of my life. And I'd done a lot of other things that had worked at times. So it was more a inner knowing that I needed to show up for this, and it began calling me. And when I say it, I mean the Creator, the great consciousness, that which we call God or Source, began calling me in the morning hours, early, kind of early, and I began showing up for the meditations in the mornings, and I would have these glimpses of peace and glimpses of balance and freedom and joy in those meditations. And I would feel more calm during the day, but I hadn't really seen big, huge results in my daily life in the things that I thought I really wanted at that time. And so I remember I would still put in the hours, still work really hard. And one day, I don't know what exactly happened, but I looked at all the work, I looked at everything that I had been creating, and I thought, it doesn't really seem to make a difference anyway. I'm just going to surrender here. I'm just going to. So I went into the bedroom, and I just gave in. I just gave in to what I thought was silence, what I thought was just a moment to myself. And I literally just gave into a meditation, and thought, I might as well just sit here all day and meditate. I might as well go into hours and hours of meditation. It doesn't seem to make a difference anyways. And I did that. And something began to happen. And I'm not telling you this because I think you should go and meditate for hours every day. I mean, if that's what you want to do, of course, but that's not the point here. Something began to shift. I started to feel that my attention had been so much on the outside world, on tangible physical action, on manipulating the reality around me so it would fit my wishes and desires, that I hadn't really tuned in enough with this inner world. And when I say inner world, it's where I believe Source is. It's where I believe the Creator is inside of all of us. The Creator, either you give him a place or you don't. But that's where I found the Creator, where I found this connection. And the more I tuned in, the more order began to be established in my mind. I wasn't as go, 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 go anymore. Rather, it felt more like purpose to what I was doing. And when I was doing something, I was sort of doing it with a deeper purpose. I couldn't put it into words as much at that time. I was just experiencing it, I was just feeling it. And I began scaling back on the quantity of things I was doing. I began scaling back on the running around like a crazy guy. And it felt like, okay, let's do what is put in front of me. And some days that was just one task, and other days it was more than that. But I began listening to that more, and I began showing up for that more, and for the meditations. And this is a journey that, in similar ways, Christine experienced. I just don't want to speak for her because this would be her story to tell. But we pretty much at the same time had the inner guidance to show up way more often for this time with the Creator. And it was a recalibration, it was a realignment, it was a cleaning house, if you will. And everything that didn't belong, everything that wasn't part of it anymore, we allowed ourselves to release into the big void. And so it's at that time in our lives that something began to shift. It wasn't all overnight. It didn't happen in a week, not even in a month, but it began to shift, and we could feel the shifts. We could feel that where there used to be roadblocks, it seems that the road was beginning to open for us. Where it seems like there were only closed doors, it now seemed that the windows were opening for us. And all of a sudden, we realized that walking through those open doors or climbing into those open windows or walking down this path that now was clear wasn't what we thought it was going to be. It felt really good. It felt exciting that it was opening, but it was more the feeling that we experienced in meditation, the feeling, the connection, the purpose, the journey itself, really, that gave us so much fulfillment, love, joy. And so that's where I want to, before I introduce the 330 challenge to you, I wanted, for those of you who are really committed to create change in your life, committed to create a transformation in your life, committed to show up for yourself, even on days when it's cold and dark and not pleasant to do that. There's something that when we go on this journey, and when we are on this journey, like everything, there's a trade-off. We need to give up something in order to go on this journey. And most people don't realize this. But when you begin to really empower yourself for change, it means you make a decision. It means you won't tolerate anything less than what you know you can be. And you won't settle for a life that's less than you know it can be. So that's a strong choice, because most people do settle for less. Most people do live a lesser life than they could. And so when you first make that choice that you're not going to settle for it anymore, that you're not going to accept a lesser life, a lesser experience than you know you can have, then something else also happens. You have to give up the notion that you are a victim of your circumstances. You have to give up a former truth that you are simply a product and a victim of your upbringing, of your country, of your governments, of your surroundings, of the people that hurt you, of your experiences. So what that means is, when you truly want to empower yourself to create change in your life, you cannot be the victim of your life anymore. So you cannot go and say, I can't do this because this happened to me. I can't do this because I have a physical condition. I can't do this because no one's ever done this before. I can't do this because my grandfather, my teacher, my boss used to put me down and have self-esteem troubles. None of that can exist at the same time as the new journey. So that's the giving up. And what people don't realize is there are some advantages to being the victim in your life. When you're the victim, people treat you like that. And that comes with certain advantages. People say, oh no, Paul can't do this because, Paul's had a tough upbringing. So, we need to understand Paul cannot do this. Or poor Vicky, she's had a really bad hip all her life. So she needs to be victimized. And I'm exaggerating here a little bit, but the victim role in life comes with certain advantages. When we give it up, we give up a place to fall back on, to shift responsibility for what's going on in our lives to others. Now, this is true empowerment. This is really where, this is the separation of the wheat from the chaff. This is where this happens. This is where it's literally, the big divide here. Most people walk through life believing they're victims of their circumstances. And even though we all experience trauma, some on a huge level, some on a smaller level, but we all do in the way our world operates. And even though those things might be true, they do not have to be your reality moving forward anymore. And this is really the empowerment decision you need to make. Do I want the life I know I'm destined to have? Do I want to be the version of myself I know I came here to be? Do I want to live my purpose that I know I have? Or am I settling for whatever has been in my life so far? Because the thing is also, if you keep doing what you have been doing, you're going to keep getting what you have been getting. If you keep looking at life the way you have been looking at life, you're going to keep creating for yourself what you already know. And this is a decision you need to make. And I'm not saying that that this 3:30 challenge that we want to introduce to you and invite you for is going to change everything, but it has been the catalyst for so much transformation in ourselves, in our clients, in our groups, and so many people that we know and have been in touch with. Just doing these things, and I'm going to introduce to you this challenge now. The 3:30 stands for something really simple. 3 things that we invite you to do every day for 30 days. That's 3:30, right? Now, 30 days is the initial period. This is just for you to see how that feels and to feel some shifts in yourself. We don't believe that you will want to stop after 30 days. We actually believe you will want to go deeper, you'll want to go more, you will love what's happening. But 3 things for 30 days. And what if I told you that if you really, really wanted to do this intensely, it would approximately take you an hour a day? But what if I told you that if you went for this smaller version, it would be 20 to 30 minutes a day? What if I told you that that's the initial kickoff for your transformational journey? 20 to 30 minutes a day. Now I'm asking you, if you really want change in your life, that's a no-brainer. If you really, and this is not a sales point either, because this is free. We're just giving you this is just something we do, our clients do, all the people we work with do, and we just want to give this to you just as a gift because we believe there's greatness in you, and it's our greatest intention to help empower people. Now the thing is, I cannot empower you, but I can show you how you can empower yourself. I cannot change you, but I can show you how you can change yourself. I cannot transform your life for you, but I can show you how you can transform your life. This is what empowerment is. This is when you begin to become the co-creator of your life. And co-creator is because I say there is a source energy, a consciousness, a power that you can work with rather than work against, work for, work under, work around, work with it. It's a whole different point. The creator gave us this divine spark so we can co-create with the creator, not so we can co-create around the creator, over the creator, under the creator, with the creator. It's a whole different way of looking at things. It's a co-creationship. And the thing is that the changes happen when you connect with a vision of a future so strongly that you feel it, that you truly feel it with all of your being. This is how all changes happen. And I remember I was a kid, I was, I don't know, first grade, second grade, and I had heard this before, but that was the first time I had to solve a math problem. That was geometry, probably second grade. And I came up with a number that didn't make any sense with the geometric form that we were looking at. It was a soccer field, and I came up with this number that didn't make any sense compared to the soccer field. And my dad was solving this problem with me, helping me, and he said, "You need to imagine it. You need to imagine the soccer field. You need to stand on the soccer field, close your eyes, see it, and see how big it is, and then you can get an understanding of what this means and how the numbers are supposed to be." And so this was the first time that he consciously really introduced me to this imagination thing. And I was an athlete through all my teen years into my early 20s. So this thing was really always with me, and I only took it to the next level when I met Kristin, and when she, with all her amazing wisdom, knowledge, and tools, showed me the even bigger picture in all of this. So that's when it began to really expand into grandness. But this imagination thing is what's going to play into this challenge. And the challenge is easy. We would like to invite you to get up every morning at least 30 minutes before you usually do. Now, I would suggest get up when you're being woken up by the creator. Most of you experience this. You wake up, you look at the clock, it's 4:13 or 3:37 or 5:12 or whatever the time is. But a lot of us are, being woken up by the creator or our cat, which the creator makes the cat wake us up. That's also a way the creator wakes you up. But, and when you get up in the morning, don't do anything else. Don't go and check your emails. Don't go and read anything. Don't go and check your texts or calls or social media. Get up, All we want you to do is, in the beginning, if you haven't done this, is we'll share a link with you in the video description here. Do breath work right after you get up. When breath work means, there's a wonderful, wonderful video, many videos actually. Wim Hof, he's the breath master. There's so much to learn from him about breath work. And he has everything from beginner to intermediate to pro breath work. That's about a 10-minute exercise that he's going to guide you through every morning. It's really simple. You're going to go through a period of breathing, deep breathing, kind of rapid breathing, and then you're going to exhale, and then you're going to go through the period of non-breathing, which is the resting period. And that's usually 3 rounds that he does with you in this guided YouTube video. Really easy. Again, completely free. I promised you this is going to be free. And after the breath work, all we want you to do is turn the laptop off or turn the phone off and just sit. Don't go anywhere. Don't do anything else. You will be in a very deep state of relaxation already. You will be in a meditative state after those 3 rounds of breathing. And all we want you to do is, after that breath round, that was the first step. Second step, just stay in the state. For now, just stay in the state and see what it feels like. Think of your thoughts like trucks on a highway. If a thought comes, don't try to hang on to it. Don't try to not hang on to it. Just let it pass you. Just do that. And we don't want you to stay longer, unless you're an experienced meditator, than those 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes that you're going to be in this naturally deep, relaxed state because of the breath work. That's all. Just stay within, maybe focus on your chest, your heart, and just stay in that state for those 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes until you feel you're really coming back to regular consciousness again. That's all. Right after that, step number 3, we want you to have a notebook and a pen handy and write a gratitude journal. Just what comes to you at that moment, what you are grateful for in your life, what you're thankful for, what you appreciate in your life. Don't think about it. Don't try to come up with things that would look good if anyone else would read that. Just write down what you feel in that moment. I'm really grateful for the beautiful experience I had. I'm grateful for air. I'm really grateful for the birds that are chirping. I'm really grateful for the text I received last night from God knows who. Whatever comes up, don't censor yourself. Just let it come out of you until the pen stops. When you feel yourself stopping and if you say, "Oh my God, I didn't write down my children. I didn't think of my children." It's okay. We know you love your children. We know you love your partner. It just might not have been on the center of your mind in that moment. No need to feel guilty. Whatever comes, there's so many beautiful things in our lives to be grateful for. So step number 1, and this is important. If you're going to do the challenge, stick to this. This works, right? Stick to this. This works. Get up earlier than you usually would. Give yourself a good 30 minutes more than you usually would. If you are in a household full of, a lot of things that are going on in the morning, get up earlier. It's just what it is. Get up earlier. And then right after getting up, go pee if you have to go pee, but nothing else. Don't do anything else. Do the breath work with Wim Hof. We'll share the link, but you can also look him up. If you type in Wim Hof breathing on YouTube, you'll find plenty of videos. Start with the beginner video if you haven't done it before. Step number 1, do the breath work. Step number 2, just stay in this beautiful state for however long it stays with you. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 10 minutes. I don't know how long it's going to be. Just stay there. Just enjoy. Just stay here within. If thoughts come up, let them pass you like a truck on a highway. Don't try to hang on to those thoughts, but don't try to push them away either. Just let them pass you. Don't worry if you find yourself thinking about something. Once you catch yourself, just release that the train of thought here and let it go. Step number 3, right afterwards, and you'll feel it. It's kind of like you'll be more here again because this deep relaxation will subside. You'll come into a more kind of daytime conscious state. Sit down right then, nothing before that, no music, no nothing, and write in your gratitude journal what you're grateful for in that moment. Now, if you want to go for the double version of this, we would encourage you for the last 30 minutes of your day to repeat this beautiful ritual like you did in the morning. 3:30. 3 things for 30 days, December 1st till December 30th, and you can throw in December 31st if you want to. But what we want to encourage you to do is show up every day. No Sundays off, no Tuesdays off, no nothing off. Just show up every day for the 30 days. Really give yourself your word that you're going to do it. Commit. Look in the mirror and say, I'm going to commit to this. I don't need money for this. I don't need anything I don't already have at home for this. You don't need anything. You don't need to buy stuff, nothing. This is a completely free experience that you can have. And why? Why do we say those 3 things? Because this is the beginning of a greater journey that will begin to unfold for you. I promise you, the more you go within, the more you're going to see. You're going to close your eyes, but you're going to begin to see clearer. And that's not something I can tell you. I don't know what it's going to be for you. But eventually there's going to be some guidance. There's going to be something you'll receive. Oh, call this person. Oh, go there. Oh, try this. These are divinely inspired thoughts. And that's the 4th step that we're not mentioning in this challenge, but that we're giving to you now. When you receive an inspired thought, and an inspired thought you can immediately spot because it's something you haven't thought about, something you didn't come up with yourself, something that was not part of your thought process before. It's like an epiphany. When that comes to you, it's an inspired thought. And if it says, do this, do it. Follow that guidance. Take that action. That's the 4th thing here. And that can happen on the 1st day or on the 30th day. I don't know, but it will eventually happen. And this is where the magic begins to happen in your life too. Now, this will set you up for calmer days. This will set you up for clearer thought. This will set you up for a lot of things. However, your body will react to this. Your body will begin to fight you 2-3 weeks in. Your head might say the first 2 or 3 days, this hurts because it is not used to the amount of oxygen from the breath work, because it is not used to the intensity that you're putting in. Give yourself permission to experience that discomfort and keep going. It's kind of like sore muscles when you first start working out. This just might happen. You're not all bent out of shape because you were working out for the first time after a long while and you have sore muscles. You kind of expect that to happen. This is also a possibility that you will just feel not sore necessarily, but a certain kind of discomfort because your body is beginning to shift. Your brain's beginning to shift. Your chemistry is beginning to shift. That's just a heads up. It might happen. It might not, but it might. Allow yourself to experience that discomfort and go through it. Be an adult about it. Go through it and keep going. It will subside. It will get really, 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 really beautiful. So the 3:30 challenge, I'll repeat it one more time. Write it down. Save this live stream. Come back to it. Get up first thing after you get up and give yourself at least an extra 30 minutes. Get up, do the breath work right away. Let yourself stay in that state after the breath work. Step number 2, the meditative state. You can call it prayer. You can call it calm time, peace time. Step number 3, right after this subsides, this state, and you're more in an awakened consciousness, write in your gratitude journal. We would suggest that you repeat the 3 steps the last 30 minutes of your day and go to sleep right afterwards. My goodness, you're going to be really in a beautiful state. You will have put a lot of oxygen in your body. You will have meditated a little bit, and you will have reminded yourself of what you're grateful for. A beautiful way to go into the night. Beautiful, what we call a pre-paving for the next day. So super easy. Anyone can do it. Anyone can do it, tribe. You don't need money, don't need an education, don't need a degree for that. Anyone can do this. If you could log on to this live stream, you can do it. It's that easy. And we will talk about this in the coming live streams. We will talk about it in the coming weeks. You can connect with each other. We have the Inspired Tribe chat that's on Telegram. The link is in the link tree. If you go there, you can start talking about it to each other. You can say, hey, are you part of the 3:30 challenge too? Yeah, me too. How did the first 2 days go? Wow, I had a really cool experience. Share with each other. Create a community. Communicate. Share experiences. Inspire each other. Motivate each other. Lift each other up. Give each other excitement, joy, and hope around this.
Incoming.
and commit.
Tell really quick the commit story again.
Yes, I'll share with you. We had the Yada retreat, the You Are the One retreat. And what our participants are beginning to realize, it was a 4-day retreat. It really wasn't. It's a lifelong retreat with a 4-day kickoff. And the 4 days were very much centered around creating new rituals in your life, something that you're going to do daily. And the reason for this is that because you go into these altered states daily, you begin to change your chemistry, you begin to change your thoughts, and your life begins to change. This is really not mystical. This is kind of very logical. If you do something different, you're going to get something different. But the one thing that this needs, just as much as the gym membership needs that people sign up for on January 1st every year, they make a lot of money on that day. What that needs is commitment. And at the Yada retreat, we had a participant, Chief. He might be here today. He's showing up every now and then for our live streams. And Chief is a veteran, great guy, beautiful heart, beautiful soul. And he knows everything about commitment. He knows everything about discipline. He had been in the military for such a long time. So when we were talking, and this was the most resistance we have seen in our participants over the 4 days, was when we were beginning to plan with them their new rituals. There was a lot of resistance because this means I have to show up now. And Chief got up and he had a little speech that he gave to all participants, which is highly inspiring. And he said that he loves creating new rituals. He loves doing new things. And when he decides he's going to do something, he has a ritual to commit. And that's what he said. He said, I really pronounce the T. It helps me. I commit. And he says, I go outside. If I'm going to decide I'm going to do the 330 challenge for the next 30 days, those 3 things every day, he says, I'll go out and I'll look for a tree, palm tree, or bush. And I need to touch something that's natural and real. And I will hold that palm leaf and I'll say, I commit to this. And that's what he does. And he won't, if you ever meet the Chief, you'll know he doesn't give up before he experiences what he's into experience. And this is important, tribe. You need to commit if you're going to do this. Now, I'll be honest with you. Is there a question?
No, but I would like to see who's committing.
Yeah. Tribe, who is committing? I commit. Put it and think, look in the mirror after the live stream and say, I commit. Give yourself the word. A lot of you will keep your word to a perfect stranger. Keep your word to your family members. Keep your word to anyone else but yourself. Commit. I commit to this challenge. I commit to this challenge. And really show up for 30 days and see what happens. This is where the shifts begin. And I'll tell you this, and people laugh about this when I tell them, but I have paying clients that come to me, and so does Kristin. They pay us good money to help them with transformation in their lives. And we tell them, this is your work. We're going to show you how to do it. We're going to teach you how to do it. We're going to give you the tools, but you need to do it. If they don't do it, I kick them out. I do kick them out. I tell them, listen, you have one more chance. You show up, you either do your homework, you either do your fun time work, which is what you do with the tools we give you, or you're out. I don't care. This is a waste of my time, a waste of your time. So commit and give yourself your word that you're going to do it. It's going to feel great, and then it's going to feel shitty to show up some mornings, and you still show up the 30 days every single day. I don't care. If you have a cold and you can't breathe through your nose, breathe through your mouth, but breathe and show up. This is an amazing, amazing, amazing challenge because this is what we do every day. We show up, we breathe, we meditate, we go within, we connect with the Creator. And then we do what's put in front of us with gratitude. I always say to the Creator in my morning meditation, thank you. Thank you for showing me. Thank you for putting it in front of me. Thank you for guiding me. Thank you for speaking through me. Thank you for acting through me. Thank you for expressing yourself through me. Thank you for loving through me. Thank you for doing all the things through me. Let me be the instrument of thy love, really. This is not a religious thing. This is a connective spiritual thing. This is what creates all of the things that you see. So this is the one thing. The other thing is, if you want to supercharge that transformational journey, it's another free invitation. Show up on Saturday for the Joe Dispenza free watch party for the Becoming Supernatural. It's going to be about a 2-hour watch party. There's a link in the live chat here. There's a link in the description um, of the video. Dr. Joe is a wonderful transformation teacher because that's what he's about. You got to show up, you got to do the work. I'll show you how to do it, but then you got to do it. People do the most amazing things, supernatural things, truly supernatural things, because they go within, because they unleash the power within them, because they set free their true potential. That's God given. This is not setting yourself above the Creator. This is not saying, "Hey, I am the Almighty Himself." That's not what this is. This is actually living up to the potential you've already been given. This is what this does. And so if you come on Saturday, it's going to be a free watch party. And Dr. Joe, in this Becoming Supernatural, in this 2-hour time, you're going to learn so much about the science behind all of this, the spiritual science and the hardcore science behind this. But he's also going to guide us through a meditation that's very powerful. So that's kind of for those who want to supercharge the transformation, the 330 challenge. Show up on Saturday. I think it's going to be really powerful. Again, this Saturday, December 4th, 10 a.m. Central. The link's in the top of the live chat and in the description box. And
and it's free.
Totally
free.
No strings attached, completely free. And we want to thank Umar. Umar, if you're watching today, Umar is our friend at Gaia, who they're actually providing this free material. They're letting us watch this for free because Umar is such a believer in empowering people in the best way they can. And he keeps going. The beautiful thing that Umar does is he's so excited about the Inspired Tribe and the Inspired Channel. He keeps going back to the senior management at Gaia and says, "Hey, can we get more free stuff for the tribe? These are great people. They're doing great things, and we just want to empower them." And so we're so grateful that we get to do this and we get to share this with you. We're grateful to Gaia for this partnership. Really, really good people that have the same foundational intentions that we have to help people be truly empowered so we can all co-create a much, much healthier, more harmonious place. So Inspired Tribe, thank you for the commitments. I'm going to go through all the comments here. I take this lovingly serious. I do. I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in your commitment. And I know this is you showing up for you. This is really what changes things in your life. It's amazing. It's amazing. And our lives are just a testament. Now, that doesn't mean everything is always, sunshine and roses. That's not what this is. But even when it's not sunshine and roses, you have a completely different calmness about you when you commit to something like this, when you go on this journey, when you empower yourself like that, and when you have that connection with the Creator, there's just a peace, a fearlessness that comes to you, washes everything away. Tribe. We'll talk a little more about this on Thursday. There's going to be quite a few of you who are already going to let us know how the first 2 days went, of the 330 challenge.
Well, we're excited to hear.
We are excited. Share your experiences here in the live chat, in the comments, in the Inspired Tribe Telegram chat. I mean, connect with each other, Tribe. Connect with each other. We're so excited for what's going to happen. So this is it from us. We're unapologetically authentic. So excited about the new hoodie that just came in. I love it so much. By the way, Christine designs these. I have nothing to do with them. There's just phrases that come to us or empowering stuff when we go on our walks. And then she's like rushing back and starting designing things. So that's always wonderful. Thank you for the orders, by the way, in the Inspired merch store. For those who are supporting our work in this way, thank you so much. I think it's still 15% off till tomorrow. For those of you who still want to get some Christmas shopping done, thank you. If you feel inspired, we appreciate it. Still 15% off till tomorrow. Try it. We'll see you Thursday, 2 p.m. Central, right here on the Inspired channel. Welcome to the 330 channel. You guys are rock stars. I believe in you. And we'll hear first experiences on Thursday.
I'm excited.
All right. We love you guys. 2 p.m. Central, Thursday. See you soon.